Good afternoon. Saturday afternoon. Oh my God. I don't know if you can tell I've been crying. Back to my video diary. About Daddy's funeral here in Plano. Um, I know my sister's watching. I can appreciate that. Um, I think, yeah, since this morning, I wanted to note that my sister Altanita got in town. And they were at the restaurant, and I was to go over and hook up with them. I made it over there. Their hotel room is closer to where Miss Mary and LaDonna lives. So I finally made it. They was eating at Furs, and I got there, and lo and behold, it wasn't just LaDonna, Altanita, and my sister, and her sister Luna. It was an old family friend too, Trent from the neighborhood, and um, Luna's husband, and their grandson. So it was a whole crew. And we did a little chatting and again talked about getting a lawyer. And I think I called Reverend Rowan and left a message. And then we all left and went to Miss Mary's. When we got to Miss Mary's, I made some notes in my little small green notebook about my thoughts of what happened there. When we got there, nobody was there except for LaDonna's son, who's Nigel Jr. I think he's 8. It was a 10-year-old boy there, and there was one more little boy there, and then Miss Mary's brother, who I think he's wheelchair bound or bed bound. He stays in the room all the time. He's the one that was going to dialysis with Daddy. He was in his room asking, well, who is that, and all that. So little Nigel let us in. The next thing that happened was we realized that we got to asking little Nigel where everybody was, and as he listed Miss Mary, LaDonna, and his dad, everybody was gone to the bank. So I called LaDonna while I was standing in the front room and said, well, it looks like we beat everybody here. And it was every bit of 5 minutes to 11. So another thing I noted when we pulled up that there was no cars out front, which um, was drastically to the contrary of what I saw. Um, anyway, we read the will. They had a video that LaDonna had made. She started crying. I asked her, was she all right? Anyway, beautiful video of Daddy's life. Just, pictures of him. A lot of pictures of her family, stuff. But, Daddy did that. He took a lot of pictures. He was a photographer. He was in the pictures. And then we got to the chase, and I wanted to talk about the storage, the will, and hey, let's do it today. Well, why can't we wait till Monday? Because I'm gonna be dealing with putting my daddy away, and let's get this. I've got children at home. Things like that. So Altonita agreed with that. Altonita even make a statement. I'm here until Wednesday. I'm all in, but I got kids at home. What if I get called away?
Avast virus database has been updated.
So, long story short, LaDonna, we all went in the next room. LaDonna read the will, her rendition of the will. She said it was 2 wills, and then to me, and then told me that, oh no, this is just a copy of the one that was sealed. Okay, we didn't get to hold anything. I told her I wanted a copy of the will. I'm making this fast so I can get off of here. She started reading. She had, do you want to get to the important stuff or you want me to read the whole thing? The whole thing is important. So, the big deal, I guess she thought, I don't know, was these two $1,200 cashier checks that she said she was giving us. Both of them were in envelopes. Mine was for 1,200. You know, if Antonia's was for more, I don't know. This is why a lot of there's a problem because Altonita and Miss Mary were in the bedroom with the door closed, and then they came out with one large manila envelope, another white large envelope. You know, very secretive. Everything they're doing is quiet, behind the scenes, secretive. And, you know, that's what's making me uncomfortable. And so, it's nothing above board. It's very aggravating. So when she read the will, she couldn't even pronounce some of the words properly. So, and then I told her one thing I want to record on this diary is I told her I want a copy of the will. I want a copy of Daddy's death certificate. Um, she did not touch on everything. I noticed that she's talking off the top of her head a lot. And me, I'm writing stuff down. I don't even try to keep stuff in my head. So, um, I'm just real uncomfortable. We went to the storage unit, and also before we went for the storage unit, uh, LaDonna wanted to make a big, what was it, confession or not confession, but speech that things that I thought would be in storage may not be there, and that they took the mirror that belonged with Daddy's stuff over to LaDonna's house so it wouldn't get broken in storage. And Miss Mary was correcting her on what was there in storage and what was not. Nigel had the key to the storage, her husband Nigel, and he met us over there. It's crazy. Um, so we talked about getting a pod or something, having the storage just moved to Kansas versus going through it there. Because to me, it looked neatly arranged. Like, nobody looked like nobody been rattling through it, or if they had, they put everything back real neatly. So I just wanted to note that I am exhausted. Once again, it's about 2. I need a nap, but I was just a little, like I said, put off only because I want all the information above board. Tired of her trying to pretend like she's crying, all this old stuff, you know. Oh, I told her that my daddy's hobby was money. I knew that he banked at, um, I knew which bank he banked at. And I knew that he had, different accounts in other locations. And I knew that he sent me a prospectus for Walmart. Her comment back to that was that she would keep checking to see if she had overlooked anything. And also, I told her, since you do have a social security number, let's make sure that you're the only one that has it so that it won't get out there and we won't wind up thinking somebody else, uh, has been in his account. Because the other thing that she was trying to say when I was asking about, oh, she said that they didn't know anything about Daddy's annuity payments, where he had won a lawsuit against the United States Postal Service. So everybody knows about that, but them, you know. So everybody, yeah, and I know that it was weird because Ladon was like, "Oh, what did he tell you about that?" And then so did Miss Mary. So what did he sue them for? Wanted to ask us questions. So shooting us off in the grease. I know that there's some information there that they're trying to avoid. Um, and then another thing LaDonna tried to throw up was that a lot of his money got ran through while he was in California. Hey, we're going back almost 10 years, probably 8. So a lot of this stuff is not going to wash. So I think it's going to make sense to probably take some of this $1,200 and spend it on a lawyer. Most of it's going to have to go on getting the storage unit back to Kansas. Being that Altanita's already paid 200 just for me to come here. So I just wanted to note these things and take a nap and get back at you later. Hope I didn't record any really ugly faces. Oh yeah, I got some pictures. Oh my God. I'll load them up later. Right now I'm so sleepy. I'll probably be shaking if I try to load them. But Daddy hooked me up on the pictures from our childhood. So we are really going to enjoy this. So love you. Talk to you later.